Chris Landry on your radio. Landry Football, also LandryFootball.com is where you can find content. Chris, one more college before I get into a little NFL. Florida and Billy Napier, there's been a lot of back and forth about Florida. I think, you can go back and forth, the tippy top to the bottom, but people just don't know what are we going to get out of Florida. The schedule looks so rough. I mean, you could make an argument that the schedule this year is arguably the worst we've ever seen as far as front end to back. But Billy Napier's making some moves in the transfer portal. How good can this team be?
Boy, I don't know. I think it's going to. I mean, quarterback's important everywhere, of course, but I think the quarterback is going to have to be not good, but really good for them to have success against the aforementioned difficult schedule that you alluded to. I just don't have a lot of hope. I mean, I think they can be improved. I just don't know if it's going to be enough. And what is going to be enough? What's that magic number? Is there the right amount of games or the right games for them to win for him to save his job? Administratively, they've been very supportive. I think they know they've gone through coaches at a rapid rate that they needed to slow that down. And I think there's a point where he can show enough progress. Let's say the young quarterback starts to make some strides, and it looks like, hey, they're a year away, and I think he can keep his job. But I got to tell you, that fan base, in this conference, there are a lot of fan bases that have a lot of expectations. I don't know that there's a fan base that thinks they should win the SEC and maybe win the national championship every year outside of Alabama than Florida. And we know that Florida, as good as they've been, has not been consistently Alabama, but they think that. And they just look at Georgia and think they should be, with the right guy, be Georgia, just be right there with them. And they're not. And so that makes it difficult for whoever's coaching that program.